Hello, welcome to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of what is in our stand today. Today we have a bike that we packed up for the customers so that they could take it to Europe, France in particular. And now it has come back and we need to reassemble it. And in addition to that, the customer had a crash, untimely, but somewhat timely because it was the last day of their riding portion of their trip, and the rear derailleur snapped. So, two things I wish to discuss with you. The first is if you need to pack your bike for shipping, or if you have a bicycle that maybe you've sold and wish to ship it, we offer packing services. So just bring us the bike, we'll pack it up in a box, usually about $75, just depending on how much disassembly is required. And the shipping is extra, of course, and we will ship that bike for you. Additionally, if you are possibly leaving for a trip to Europe or a different state, or you're racing or something like that, we do pack your bike for you, and then we will unpack it. When we unpack it, we make sure that it is roadworthy, so we go through a basic tune-up process just to make sure everything shifts and brakes and works as advertised. And then the second thing I wish to discuss with you is that if you are traveling, I think it's vitally important that you have a spare derailleur hanger. Rear derailleur hangers are, in many cases, very, very particular to your bicycle model. And not even just your brand, but sometimes within that brand, different models may have different derailleur hangers. And when you're in a rush or you're in a race, you've traveled far away to a race, and to have your rear derailleur break, you are literally dead in the water. You cannot ride your bike. So derailleur hangers are made very, very flimsy because they are designed to snap and protect, in particular, a carbon frame, although you have them on some aluminum frames, I should say on aluminum frames and some other alloy frames. But generally speaking, a steel frame does not have a replaceable hanger because the rear derailleur hanger is made of steel like the rest of the frame. And I'll show you that here in just a second as we go look at the bike so that you have a visual of what I'm talking about. So especially if you're a mountain biker, I strongly suggest that you keep a rear derailleur hanger possibly inside your toolkit on the bike with you as you go out on the mountain trails. So gravel as well. Gravel racing has become very popular, so make sure that possibly, and they're inexpensive, but the thing is that when they break, they are worth $1 million because that rear derailleur hanger is specific to just your bike, and no one else can give you one for you to keep riding. For example, you can get another tube from someone, you can get someone to loan you a wheel, you can get someone to loan you, handlebars if you travel to a friend's house and they have a spare bike. So many of these things can be rapidly put onto your bike, and you can finish your riding tour, your bike race, and things like that. But a rear derailleur hanger, cannot stress it enough, is very specific to your bike and your model. Okay, so let's take a look at this bike. So this particular bike, I've already started some of the unpacking just so we wouldn't waste a lot of time on that. But this was packed away, and we're going to unpack it as we just did. And this is what I'm talking about. So this is a rear derailleur hanger, this item right here, and it broke off, and it's attached. The other portion is attached right here. So this particular hanger has this very specific curve. It's a 2 fastener hanger. Some are 1, some are 2, some are, maybe there's even a 3. Most common is 1 and 2. And it's got a specific curve and a specific length to it. So you can't just put anything on there. Most of the time you have to get it from the bike manufacturer themselves, or There are a couple of websites, derailleurhanger.com or something like that. And then there is another company called Wheels Manufacturing that also makes quite a few derailleur hangers. But, something like maybe a Specialized, you can only get it from them. So we're also going to clean this bike and do quite a bit of tuning just to make sure everything is in order. And then we'll clean it, as I already mentioned, but I just noticed how dirty certain portions of the bike are. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, make comments, subscribe to the channel. Please tell your friends about what we do here at Rev Endurance Sports, and we'll see you on the road.